Alright, Crypto Mike here with the mic check of 1212. Is this thing on? Alright, so I found this article on CoinDesk, and it involves Brian Brooks, who you guys probably have known. I've been following what he's been doing and the regulatory framework that he's been creating with the Crypto Ratings Council. He helped create the US dollar coin, which is, I'm sure, going to be the new digital dollar. We have Ethereum, Stellar, Solana, Algorand, Tron, and there might be one more backing it or using, or that is being used for it. All right, so and he was actually chief financial officer of Coinbase for a few years while all this was happening. So I found a good article here because I think anything he says is very important. He has been very adamant about one certain crypto for sure, Algorand. Okay, that's one that I've heard him mention quite a few times. We need to start paying attention to Algorand. Okay, not because Pitboy, whatever his name is, put out a video about it yesterday. You know, it doesn't matter. There's a specific reason we need to pay attention to it. It's because these people like Brian Brooks and the World Economic Forum are backing it. Okay, and they keep promoting it. Not promoting it, but they keep mentioning it over and over and over. It must mean something. Now, I was watching a Coin Bureau video the other day, and he said something like, I love Algorand. It's awesome. It's amazing. I just wish the tokenomics weren't so poor. Well, guess what? You know, I heard the Solana tokenomics were terrible, and I didn't invest in Solana. Well, guess what happened? And this was back when Solana was announced as being used for the USDC, the United States digital coin, dollar coin, whatever. And I didn't invest because I was hearing around the block. I was just hearing that Solana had terrible tokenomics, so wait for a few months to invest. So I was going to wait, and I did. And that shit went nuts. It went crazy. So tokenomics obviously just don't mean too much in this kind of environment, this kind of market environment, guys. All right, so I don't care about tokenomics at this point, okay? Let me read this article to you. Who in crypto met with Brian Brooks when he ran the office of Comptroller? Here's his calendar. Of the more than 1,200 meetings Brian Brooks took as acting U.S. Comptroller of the currency, around 40 were about cryptocurrency or involved someone from the crypto industry. Those meetings involved a wide range of participants in the crypto market, from executives of Fortune 500 companies to founders of decentralized finance DeFi protocols. Brooks' calendar for appointments obtained by CoinDesk through a Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) request sheds new light on his 7.5-month tenure leading the Office of Comptroller of the currency, the regulator for national banks. The calendar was partially redacted under exemptions related to internal personnel rules, agency practices, trade secrets, commercial or financial information, and personal information. I don't know what that means. I guess it's not all out there for us to see, but at least we can see some of it. During this time, the former Coinbase executive pursued an aggressively crypto-friendly agenda, releasing interpretive letters that gave traditional financial institutions the green light to get involved in digital asset custody, staking, and stablecoins. The Trump appointee came, and that's right too, Trump appointed him, I forgot about that, came under criticism from congressional Democrats for spending so much time on crypto during the coronavirus pandemic. Now, that's funny, though, because I thought Trump didn't like crypto. Who knows, man? Who knows? They say so much bullshit in the news that probably most of like what they say is like, take that, flip it around 180 degrees, and that's the truth. You know what I mean? These politicians. After leaving the OCC in mid-January, he rejoined the industry as CEO of Binance US, the global crypto exchange's stateside affiliate. At the time Mr. Brooks was appointed to the OCC, the U.S. government, on an interagency basis, had been working on digital assets for years. An external spokeswoman for Brooks in Binance US said in an email, "The Federal Reserve's work on a digital dollar, I think that's going to be the USDC. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission's work on Bitcoin futures, the Securities and Exchanges Chain Commission's work on securities regulation, and banks' increasing interest and participation in stablecoin projects and other digital assets predated Mr. Brooks' arrival at the OCC and will undoubtedly continue." Stablecoins on agenda. His first crypto-related meeting as acting comptroller with blockchain lending startup Figure came on June 12, 2020, 15 days after he was appointed by then President Donald Trump. That was followed that day by a meeting titled Innovation/Cryptocurrency Discussion, which was then immediately followed by a call to Senator Mike Crapo, representative of Republican in Idaho, who heads the Senate Banking Committee. It is not clear if that call was about digital assets, but Representative Tom Emmer, a Republican from Minnesota, did discuss crypto issues with Brooks on November 16th. It's also in this calendar that we get a glimpse of some of the first interagency work on stablecoins, as Brooks had a meeting about stablecoins with the President's Working Group on Financial Markets. 6 months after his departure from government, stablecoins are now a flashpoint of controversy, with several major U.S. financial regulators publicly calling for the pegged digital assets to be regulated. Now, I'll tell you what, on a side note, the U.S. dollar coin, USDC, is rising in volume, or rising in market cap, just little by little. It just keeps rising up in the ranks. It's in the top 10 now, and it's sooner or later it's gonna beat out Tether. Who knows what's gonna happen with Tether? You know, but it seems to be inching closer and closer to taking the lead over Tether as the leading stablecoin. Brooks also met with license applicants, including Paxos and Anchorage, which were both granted a National Trust Charter, and First Blockchain Bank and Trust, a subsidiary of MetalPay, wow, and Figure, which both have applied for a full national bank charter. He also met with some fintech heavyweights, including PayPal CEO Dan Schulman, Facebook executive Dan Marcus, and officials from peer-to-peer lending platform SoFi and UK digital bank Revolut. It was not clear whether crypto was discussed in any of those meetings. Well, I'm sure it was discussed a little. But Marcus is Facebook's blockchain lead, and PayPal started a digital asset service in 2020. SoFi has a digital assets trading unit. Revolut has offered crypto trading services since 2017. Brooks also had a meeting with the Treasury Department to discuss Facebook's controversial stablecoin project Libra, now called Diem. And by the way, I might add, Diem is part of the CeeLo Alliance, which Flexa is also part of, okay? DeFi discussions. The former acting comptroller also made sure he got input from the budding decentralized finance market, and one of his last meetings at the OCC was a staking discussion on January 10th. In August 2020, Brooks' prep for 821 OCC Management Conference included a call to Compound founder, also a friend of Flexer's, Robert Leshner. About 2 months later, he held a meeting titled MakerDAO Call. Interesting, huh? Compound is one of the leading decentralized lending protocols on the Ethereum platform. Loans on Compound are extensions in permissionless ways, with borrowers only needing to post the right amount of crypto collateral. MakerDAO is a protocol that takes Ether, USDC, BAT, or other holdings as collateral for a dollar-pegged stablecoin called DAI that's minted specifically for MakerDAO loans. Again, these meetings foreshadowed policy debates to come, as Senator Elizabeth Warren, a Democrat from Massachusetts, has recently asked President Biden's Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler how Congress can empower regulators to rein in DeFi. Like I said, DeFi is going to be enormous. Keep your eyes on DeFi and not just Flare Finance, people. I know a lot of you guys are XRP people. Not just Flare Finance. There's plenty of other protocols out there that are probably way better. Following is a list from the former acting comptroller's meetings that either include stakeholders in the crypto industry or companies that have a digital assets unit. Interview with Cointelegraph's Colin Post on June 4th, 2020. Interview on CoinDesk's Nick D on June 5th. It's funny. The two leading crypto news outlets in 2 days in a row, basically. All right, an appearance on the Block's The Scoop on June 10th. Outside of press interviews, Brooks' first crypto-related meeting was on June 12th with blockchain lending startup Figure. I've never heard of Figure. The first agency meeting about cryptocurrency, called Innovation Cryptocurrency Psych Discussion, occurred later on June 12th. Brooks traveled to Figure's offices on July 7th and met with CEO Mike Cagney. We might even want to look up that project and see what's going on with that, see if we can invest in it, if it's something that we should, because who knows, who knows. An early morning call with David Marcus, blockchain lead at Facebook, on July 31st, followed by a crypto meeting with OCC officials. Also, a call with Marcus on the evening of November 16th. And I have no doubt DM will be successful. Okay, I have no doubt with the amount of power that Facebook has. Okay, as a corporation, corporations are more powerful than governments nowadays. Robert Leshner, that's the Compound creator, call on August 12th that's supposed to be prep for 821 OCC Management Conference. A call with Chris Giancarlo, the former CFTC chairman and digital dollar advocate, on August 17th is also part of this prep. An appearance on Circled CEO Jeremy Allaire's podcast, The Money Movement, on August 13th. Brooks participated in a cryptocurrency industry meeting on August 25th, led by Zappos Wences Casares. Meeting with Revolut on September 2nd. Treasury Libra meeting held on September 14th. Stablecoins follow-up on September 15th with OCC officials. Industry lobbyists Coin Center on October 2nd and October 8th. Paxos on October 6th. Polychain Capital, on October 7th. BitPay on October 7th and also on December 15th. MakerDAO call with OCC officials on October 8th. Anchorage on October 23rd. Investor Mike Novogratz on November 5th. Regulatory panel for Credit Suisse's blockchain and digital assets symposium on November 11th. Future interpretive letters on crypto with OCC officials November 11th. Interagency virtual meeting on stablecoins on November 12th. A call with Representative Tom Emmer, a Republican of Minnesota, on crypto issues on November 16th. PWG stablecoin on December 9th. Jeremy Liu partnered with Lightspeed Venture Partners on December 11th. Trust bank applications call on December 14th. Novel charter setup with OCC officials on December 16th and December 29th. PayPal CEO Dan Schulman on December 18th. Wyoming blockchain advocate and Adventi Bank founder Caitlin Long on December 18th. I actually like her. I like her. She makes a lot of sense. Ted Fusaro from Bitwise on December 18th. First Blockchain Bank on January 6th. Figure and OCC on January 7th. Staking discussion on January 10th. Valor Roundtable Digital and Cryptocurrencies on January 11th. Elliptic webinar on January 13th. Now, I believe Elliptic is partnered with Stellar. Go look it up. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they are. Okay, so this is it. That looks like that's it. Those are all the meetings he took. Kind of boring, but a lot of them were centered around regulations and stablecoins. So, with that said, I just wanted to let you know that's what I found on CoinDesk today. Brian Brooks is a very interesting character. He has been a banker for a long time, and he's been partners with Steven Mnuchin, who was President Trump's right-hand man for most of Trump's tenure as president. So he was a head of Treasury. Okay, and so those are big positions. So whatever he says and whatever he does is something to pay attention to, okay? Just want to let you guys know. Hope you have a good day. Love you guys. Have a good one. Crypto Mike out. Peace.